So
See,
sad.
don't you love watching anime week to week?
Yeah.
In a way,
I used to
but
not
it's
do
interesting.
that. I guess it's because like I didn't really have anyone to talk to other than Berna. It gets boring.
What's wrong with me?
I'm joking.
Boop, boop, boop. Anime talks with the 8am gang. Yay!
Okay. Hi guys. So today we're here for our second official 8am Gang podcast. Our first one was super spontaneous and we decided to do this every week until Fena is done, and I guess if we end up finding a new anime we want to watch together, we can do that with the podcast too. But yeah, we're here with our friends, so I guess we should get everyone to like introduce themselves a bit and like shout out whatever you guys want to shout out. We'll start with Illvsive, aka my sworn enemy.
Hello there. My name is Elusive. As you know, I am Angela's sworn enemy.
My
Other than
sworn
that,
enemy.
I don't do anything. Now, I finish.
Wow,
Carry on.
that was so beautiful.
Hello, my name is Bernadette, and I'm Demon Head number 1.
I'm joking. Is that it?
Anything else?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Hi, first time.
Paris first
I'm
time on the
PearBear.
pod.
So I just started being a Twitch streamer. So if you want to go check out my stream, it's PearBear TV.
Yay!
Very
Yay!
cute. She posts a lot of Pokemon related content if you like that.
Yes, I agree. Aang is super sweet. I am also Halomoon. I'm also another YouTube content creator. And that's all I have to say.
Check out Moon's channel. Please get her to 10 million subs.
Oh my goodness.
My name is Ivan the Duck Trio. I am just following the channel for Inuyasha and all sorts of anime content. Been having a lot of fun getting to know the gang, the Aang gang.
Jay. Jay. I think he's getting cheesecake. We'll go with Peter. We'll go back to Jay later.
Oh, me? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Peter Vong. I am also a YouTube content creator. I host the YouTube channel Mahjong Talk. So if you ever want to get some advice about life, just drop by my channel if you like.
Yeah.
And thanks, Angela, for inviting me.
Aw, of course. Thanks for being here. Well, Joy's here too, but she's just listening, aka Demon Head number 2. And I guess we'll just go back to Jay when he comes back. Yeah, so we just finished watching episode 9 of Fena Pirate Princess, and it was insane, and we just want to talk about it. Jay and Moon both watched it for the first time just a few minutes ago. So I'm sure like a lot of the nerves, a lot of the vibes are still in their system. So yeah.
Right off the bat, does anyone have any like new theories based off of like what we just learned? Because I just want to scream.
No, for real.
Lot
When
going on.
Huh?
There's just a lot going on in this episode.
Can I say what I don't want it to be?
Sure.
Another
Yes.
reincarnation.
I think that's what we're heading towards.
That's very possible.
Or like some prophecy type beat.
I feel like I got pulled off the reincarnation vibe for a second because she was saying if your past cross with the baby, maybe I'll see you again. I don't know, it's just like so much more like finicky now. And like the fact that she says if your past crossed and like they didn't cross naturally, right? Like meaning you said that too. And I'm just like you forced it, like that means you're not meant to go to Eden. So I feel like now there's something very like bad that's going to happen to Abel if he tries to like force his way into Eden.
I was thinking that because she was like, oh, like if your paths cross, then it might be destined for you to go to Eden, blah, blah, blah. But then, yeah, we're all like, but he kind of forced it. He kidnapped her. He looked for her. But maybe like it is still a part of quote unquote fate too. Maybe that was supposed to happen. Maybe he was supposed to look for her. I don't know.
And then on top of him, the whole king thing, I'm like, there's no way. I was so mad about that.
No, but you were right, Moon, because you said, oh, like what if Abel and Fena are siblings? And they are. That's what I was thinking. But it was,
I didn't want them to be siblings.
yeah, it was so it's like the way it happened though, it was so funny because they're not siblings through Fena's mom, but through the father, through the king. And that's what makes it like crazy because it's so crazy. I'm still not over it.
If Abel's spicy, imagine the king.
Yeah.
I think we got a glimpse of him in the
Oh,
during the
no.
I
fire.
mean,
That's hilarious.
Also,
Yeah.
quickly, I want to mention Jay's back.
Oh yeah, Jay, do you want to introduce yourself real quickly?
How does one introduce themselves?
I don't
It's
know.
just so
I'm
that the viewers
Jay.
know. Oop.
Do you have anything you want to shout out, like your future VTuber career? Ha 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 ha.
That's a work in progress. But hello, I'm Jay, and Shitan is still on my list.
On his sus list.
That's all I
No.
Take him off
Wait,
the
on, his,
list
on, your li-
now.
on your list for what?
My
Sus
hit
list.
list.
Oh, hit
No.
list. Not even sus list. It's just hit list.
Jay, why? He was such a good boy this episode. You literally, you have
He
no
showed
grounds
up
to
for
stand
10
on.
seconds.
Sensei.
He showed up for 10 seconds.
He's a
He was
good
still
boy.
a hottie.
Don't worry, Moon. Hold him back. Hold him back. Hold him
What is-
back for a while.
Wait,
The end.
one more time for record. What is he, Illvsive?
He was a number one hottie for 10 seconds.
He was number one.
He was number one.
I mean, can you deny that smile? No, right. See.
Okay, I have a thing I want to say about the show. Remember when they found Helena? She's in the jail cell, and then Abel is like, "Oh my god, she's here!" And he's like yelling at her, "Yo, why'd you leave me?" That's when we found out that she was trying to have a child with his father, aka the king. So I think Abel knows maybe almost as much as Franz does, because I'm sure maybe she told him about like this prophecy thing that she has to do to create La Pucelle or whatever. Because he said like, "Oh, I don't care if you're trying to have a child with my father, as long as you didn't leave me," but she did. And another thing, like with Franz, I don't think they actually eloped. Maybe I think he just took her away to save Fena, because I think, or I don't know, or like to take Fena away because I think if she stayed in the castle, maybe they would like take her or something, when Franz obviously has other plans for Fena. And I think after Helena died or got captured, he adopted Fena as his daughter. That's why he's like her father, but not biologically. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
Okay.
sense.
what I'm wondering is, why is Abel saying that he cannot be king? Like, I don't see another brother.
He said that he doesn't have any siblings or family or relatives.
Right, so he's the king's son. Shouldn't he be king?
is he the king's son?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah, so-
why they're siblings.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense unless his father's still alive and is just really old. Also,
At his age, he wouldn't be that old.
he wouldn't be that old.
No,
Mhm.
that man
Could-
looks like he's in his 20s.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
So his father wouldn't be that old either.
yeah, and it'd be like 10 years difference or something.
Maybe the king has like magic.
Magic?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, which is why La Pucelle needed to be born of him.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask, like based off of what Aang just said. Did Helena tell who told her the prophecy?
I think it was
Like-
Franz.
Franz told her?
Yeah,
Well, what the heck does Franz know?
right,
Yeah.
right.
He's just a butler.
He's just a butler.
Why is Franz, like a regular human, telling like a woman from a generation of like witches a prophecy, and that this prophecy means that she has to, for it to work, right? She has to have a baby with the king. Why does he know that and not her? Like, why would she have to learn that from him? Wouldn't she learn that from like the previous like witch or something? That makes sense. And like,
I
what
don't know
prophecy
why.
are they trying to fulfill?
Yeah.
Also, I have a question. Like, they've said that Fena comes from a line of witches, but they haven't directly shown any witchcraft coming from her mom. So I'm just like, is that just a nickname they gave her mom because she eloped with the king's child?
That could be it.
I also kind of read articles about, back in the day, women were just accused of being witches because they were so beautiful and so enchanting, right? So they
Right.
would make men fall in love with them. So
Yeah.
that's a witch.
Mm-hmm.
That falls into a
you're
line with
all witches then.
Uh-oh. Oh, wow.
Wow, he's
Thanks,
being nice
Elusive.
today.
No, I meant it
I don't even. I'm not
literally.
even mad. I'm not even
Oh.
mad. That's me.
Oh no, he's
Was-
taking it back. Never mind.
Was that Lucifer trying to be Hagrid? You're witches.
What are you adding, Ink?
Oh, I just wanted to add on to what Moon said about Franz, how he's just like a regular dude, right? And like he's a butler for probably Fena, who is someone that is royalty, that I assume. And like what power again does a butler have? Remember the clan, the Pirate Knight clan, serve Franz's
Sanada?
family. Yeah, serves Franz's family. So it's like, what power does he actually have? Was he just posing as a butler to get closer to Fena?
That's what I'm confused about. Cause like Loki, like I was like, this whole time this guy has been a whole villain because like he came in and like got in between like the two of them when he saw there was like clearly like some kind of like romance there. He, like interfered, right, and everything, and I'm just like, what are you doing, man? Like what's your plan here? And like he, like you said, he knows so much information. You think this whole time he's like this super important guy, and he's the one that taught her the song, right, Fena, as a kid. Why was she raised thinking that Franz was her father and not the king? Like, why would they lie to her about who her real father is?
I don't know.
Um,
Maybe it's to protect
you
her.
know when they were in the jail cell?
Yeah.
Huh?
I was thinking that happened like right after she already escaped. So she came back without a child. That's what I was thinking.
She had already given birth, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's gone for a couple of years.
So Franz already has the baby and he's gone, but she
Yeah.
came back. That's why she's getting put on trial.
Yeah.
Or
I
she
think.
stole the king's child.
And eloped with some dude.
It's not about the eloping. It's about the child is gone.
Ah.
Where's your baby? Another
So-
Harry
Oh,
Potter.
that's true. And also, I feel like if they told her that she was the king's daughter, it would be a lot more easier to find where she is.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
So Joan of Arc is a revolutionary like figure, right? And if Fena is a reincarnation of Joan of Arc, what they're trying to do is overthrow the kingdom. So Franz is actually part of the resistance. And I think that they were just trying to protect her, because if she's found, they're going to kill her. And Abel probably doesn't know, or maybe he does, but he's in love with her mom, so I don't think he will kill her. Yeah, I think there's something to that.
Because she's technically be considered like a bastard child, right? Because the king would have already had a queen.
Plus, if she's a girl, she wouldn't be able to take the throne.
Right. But I mean, like, the king had an affair then, right? Because he shouldn't have been with Fena's mom, Helena,
They can
at any
though.
point.
Yeah,
They do
like
all the time.
kings always have like multiple
Concubines.
women.
They be roaming.
It adds on to what Illvsive said about most of why Fena's mom got in trouble was because the king's child was missing. Because remember when Abel told Fena in the boat, if she loved me, then why did she take you? Is it because her taking the child led to her death when she got back?
Possibly.
Yeah, possibly.
So like if she loved me, then why did she take you and then come back to die when we could have stayed together? That's just a theory. And then the song saying choose between storm clouds and blue waters, I keep feeling like that's like the two parties involved in this whole thing. Like blue waters would be like Abel's side and storm clouds would be Franz.
That's
I
interesting.
don't think it's France. I think it's the pirates.
Well, not
a
Franz
pirate.
himself, just like that group in general.
Yeah, but I think you're right. I agree with what you're saying.
Well, if Illvsive agrees, then I'm more reassured
Right.
about it.
Right.
Lucifer does have a big brain.
Big brain.
Which kingdom Fena stayed with before she was rescued? Like in the first episode, where she was basically, what was it? She was brought up for the brothel. Basically, nobody there knew who she was, right? Like that kingdom seemed kind of close to, say, I don't know, the big governments and all that for Europe, whether it was France or whichever country.
Yeah, you would think that she would have been found.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the French government were after her, or the French kingdom were after her.
What if they think she's dead?
Actually, you know what? I don't think Abel is from France. I think he's English or
Yeah, he's
German.
English.
Yeah, he's
Yes,
English.
accent.
Yeah, like her mom is French.
Well, you know, in history, I think it was the English that got Joan of Arc burned at the stake.
Should we analyze the lyrics to that song?
My
Yeah,
head was spinning. I was like,
Oh.
I can't figure.
That was the weirdest thing about this episode.
Yeah.
How fast they solved this whole thing. Like with the lyrics and all, they were just like,
Oh yeah, the
hey,
song.
remember that one song? And it was like, hey, we know the answers now.
Yeah.
Like, what?
It's episode 9. They gotta
pen
Yeah.
minutes long.
I know.
Yeah,
10 minutes long.
it's excusable here because we don't got anything, right? But you know, like in another world, you know, it'd be like, bro, you can't do that.
I like how Yukimaru knew the whole time the song. He's just like, yeah, it's just gibberish. And Fena's like, no, it's a prophecy.
Yeah, because he's smart, right? So it's like, you didn't think about that, like, not one time, but like, I don't know. I thought she was also going under like another trance when she was singing it because her like
Uh-huh.
eyes were so like hypnotized. I was like, what's happening? But
Uh-huh.
and then he just started singing the lyrics, and I was like, what? And you never thought like that meant anything. I was like, they're literal instructions. But I think the vice versa thing was also like very clever.
I don't know if it's important or anything, but like the first line of the song, it says more than golden, the land of gods. I don't know why, but I was looking over the lyrics to the opening song, like the main opening of Fena, and for some reason, I probably it's not related to the series, but it says Eldorado in one of the lyrics.
Oh,
Like, was that mentioned ever in the series?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think Abel was using the term Eldorado to trick
Mhm.
female
Female
pirates.
version.
Pirates, yeah.
of
Yeah.
Elusive.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The hottie.
Yeah. The opening song is actually.
Okay, that's Luther's doppelganger in another universe.
Yeah. The opening song is actually written for the show, I believe. That's what I saw somewhere.
Yeah, I know. Like, that's why I didn't think it was quite relevant. But I'm looking like summaries of the episode just so I can backtrack. I don't know why, but when they typed in Eden, they put a slash and put Eldorado. The sentence that I'm reading from this article, and the sentence it says, since the riddle was solved by thinking about the keywords vice versa, that makes the end the beginning if we wind up at Eden/Eldorado. So I don't know, that just kind of bothered me. That's why I felt like I should say something about that.
It is ironic that like the term that he used to trick the female pirate, but if anything, maybe that was just another way of like throwing the viewers off, perhaps.
Yeah,
Because, like,
probably, yeah.
yeah, for a while we think it's like Eldorado too, right? Based off of like what you said, we were like Eldorado, like what does that mean? Like treasures, blah this, blah that, and then like we focus
The
more
city
on
of gold.
yeah, and then we focus on like Eden again, and it's
Mhm.
like we know that the Sonata clan wants to go to Eden because they think there's a very special like treasure sword there.
Yeah, the
And-
Kusanagi.
Yeah, and then Abel wants to go there because he thinks that's how he's gonna see Helena again, like quite literally. Because now I'm thinking, right? Like I said before that the reason why he doesn't want Fena hurt is because he wants her body to be like in pristine condition if the mother is going to be reincarnated back into her body, or he's just so paranoid that something is going to happen to her. Key to getting to Helena again, that he's just like that protective of her, but or just the fact that he couldn't protect her in the past, right? And now he has
Yeah.
this like opportunity to protect, well, I guess now his family member. Oh my gosh.
I know. I
hate that.
know.
I'm
Yeah.
not over it. I'm not
I felt
Crazy.
I felt bad because like when you guys were watching it, it was like straight, right? Because like it was one thing after another after another. When me and Berna watched it, we literally paused and like just thought it, like took it in
yeah,
because that was crazy. That was a crazy plot twist in my opinion.
It
That was
was
insane.
I agree. Especially like because Illvsive was saying memorizing the lyrics or analyzing them, not memorizing, just like breaking that down. Like when it was playing, I wanted to pause like so bad because I was like, wait, like I was like, this is too much. Like it's going too fast. Like I was like, and they started saying the coordinates, and I was like, numbers, math, brain can't compute. I was like, I don't know what's.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
in
I didn't
instances.
understand that.
Yeah, in instances like this, I wish it
To
was like
rewatch.
24 episodes at least. So it's like paced
Mhm.
a little slower, a little bit, you know.
I agree.
But it's okay. We got
Yeah,
3
I-
episodes left.
maybe
Yeah.
it was like budgeting thing. Like if they had like a bigger budget, they could have spread it out further. So maybe
Yeah.
if they like do ever get to do a season 2, like depending on how the series ends, then maybe next season will be like 24 like episodes.
PSA: watch Fena Pirate
Depends.
Princess.
But well, I guess it depends on the series ends though.
Yeah.
Pirate princess. She's literally a pirate princess. Makes sense now. As soon as they said princess within the first, like, you have no idea. I was so hung up on the fact that when Abel said that he was technically a prince,
A
I was
Mhm.
like, father? And
Father.
then they were like, and then it was, and I was like, no freaking way. I
Nope,
was like,
brother.
That's not. I was like,
Aniki,
come
bro, what's up?
on. Not fair. And then what was it? Do you remember on Twitter too? The creator mentioned that the one servant guy is like really important.
Cody,
What's this? Cody? Yeah, Cody.
Yeah,
mushroom guy.
Cody.
Mushroom
What the heck
boy.
is he gonna do?
He knows too much, so much.
What does he
Yeah.
know?
What if he's like a god or something?
I
Oh
don't
my
know.
goodness!
I feel like when
That's
they
why
get
he's so
there,
dumb.
he's gonna play a bigger part. Like he's gonna be like, okay, now it's time to choose. What are you gonna choose, girl? You know?
He said everything's
I-
in place.
Yeah, I feel like my small theory is that like maybe Cody is in control of everything, not Abel.
Well, no, Abel's just obsessed over finding Helena. I don't think he really cares what Eden is as long as he gets to Helena.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking that Cody was like basically like he was kind of like pushing Abel to do, you know, the whole pursuit because of his obsession. So basically, I thought Cody would probably think, oh, I can manipulate his desire to see Helena and lead them to this direction.
I think Abel is not the same person. I mean, we could tell, right? Like when Helena died, he became
Yeah.
this really dark. I mean, his face just changed. So I really feel like he could definitely be influenced by someone else. And there's kind of like another plot going on.
That may be true, but in my personal perspective, I think just him like basically just missing Helena and like trying to find a way to deal with it. But you could be right, Pear.
Based off like what Pear says, like he has to be doing something behind the scenes, right? I guess this hasn't been confirmed, but Aang said this theory before is that Abel is already communicating with the head of the Sonata clan, and if he does, then that's really interesting because he's communicating with that clan who is serving the Hauptmann family, which is Franz's family. There's a lot of weird things going on. If he is working with the clan, then I wonder when he started working with the clan because somehow he knew getting Fena, but then I'm like, I don't know. There's like so many things like that I can't like put on the timeline in the right order. But the Sonata clan found out about Fena and they went to go get her. And I'm thinking if it was Abel who did it, then who like gave them the tip, that would be interesting. But at the same time, I think he would just go find her for himself. He wouldn't need to send the clan, or he would send the pirates, but I don't know. I'm confused. There's a lot going on.
So before you guys go in deeper into the rabbit hole, I have to announce that I have to go.
Okay.
So you guys take care of yourselves.
Bye bye.
And good luck with
Bye,
Peace.
Peter. Have a good
Thanks. Bye bye.
Have a nice night.
And good night to all of Angie's viewers as well.
Aw.
Like we found out they released like these little promos, kind of. Yeah, like sneak peeks. All right, ready? It's probably gonna be really short.
On the next all-new episode of Fena Pirate Princess.
What's the matter? What in the world? It was
Oh
waiting,
my.
waiting for Fena?
Fena Pirate
Bro.
Princess.
Elusive, so you were kind of right. Because remember,
So
I remember the
short.
first time we talked about it, you were kind of comparing it to like, the
Oh,
Inuyasha
Horror
movie.
Island.
Yeah, Horror Island, where it kind of appears during a certain time. So you're right about that. Wow, big brain.
I was just saying that so it's underwater the whole time.
Atlantis. Wow.
Atlantis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So her
Abel's
presence
delirious.
activated.
I feel like Abel's really delirious. Like, I don't know what he thinks he's gonna find there.
Helena.
Helena. Yeah.
Helena.
I know, but she's dead.
That's what
Well,
it's
no,
because.
no, wait, but she told him
No.
that she'll be there.
Right, but that can also just be like a metaphor.
Yeah, in a way, it's like saying she's gonna go to heaven. That's what it could have meant.
His way of coping.
I think
Not
like
good.
at that point it was like she said she'll be here even if it might be metaphorical or whatever. He'll take whatever chance just to see her because he has nothing else, to do.
I mean, and she said like she didn't say like she said it was possible, right? So either she comes back, reincarnation, rebirth, or she's there spiritually, something. But she didn't say it was possible. So she is there in some weird way, shape, or form. I think that he's gonna have something bad happen to him, or he's not gonna see it or something, because he like forced their path crossing, meaning he was meant to go. Because she said only if you were meant to go. I don't think he was, unless I guess like you said, he was meant to search for Fena. But well, then everyone knows the coordinates, right? Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you guys
Close
look
to
at the
Iceland.
coordinates in Google Maps yet?
Yeah, it's just close to Iceland.
Iceland?
Between Iceland and the Faroe Islands.
You guys really checked.
I did it.
Yeah, you
Yeah, we
kind of
kinda-
have to understand.
Going
So basically, the opposite of where would be in Latin America. Not opposite, but very far away.
Interesting.
Well, that's I guess where Eden is.
For you to
That's
scratch
why
your beard over.
they're going. I was gonna say, should we analyze the lyrics now?
Nope.
Now that we're
No.
talking about Eden.
No.
I was trying to
Yeah.
find it online, but I couldn't.
Elusive
do.
put a screenshot.
Oh.
It's pinned in Stream Gang.
I typed it all out for you. And
Aw,
you're still looking for it.
I didn't see it. I didn't see
Wow.
it.
Wow, what a
Wait,
sweetie.
I'm grateful. I'm gonna delete it now.
No. No. I already screenshotted it, so there's no point.
I'll just delete you then.
Uh-oh.
What?
Okay.
Forgive me.
Vegas.
So,
I
Vegas.
get carried away.
more than golden, the land of gods. Probably referring to
You gotta sing
Eden.
it.
I don't know the
Yes,
song. You can sing it. You can sing it. You sing it, please.
I don't know the song.
La 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 la.
There you go, Berna. You got it.
I have to go sing it.
Yeah.
Obviously, the first line is referring to Eden. How have they accomplished so far within this?
The bottom to heading
Map.
upwards.
Which have they
Done so far?
done?
Can someone like connect each paragraph to like what happened in the episode?
What lies ahead is the sun setting in the east. Now is the time to run, where the arc will lead us. I think that refers to the pirates rescuing Fena from Shangri-La.
How do you
know how
memorize
she
the
escaped?
places? I'm so like.
Well, that's like the main place for the brothels and everything. That's what you would
Right.
call in the red light district. Here it is, the journey's end, the stone that shows the way, which I'm pretty sure you all know. is
Goblin
the-
Island?
Yeah, with the stone.
Mhm.
Yeah. The next one is water's the darkest blue, white storm clouds, they call your name. I think that refers to Abel showing up and the conflict between the Goblin Knights and Abel. And then what came before Southern Snows, the Hour of Cold Flame. That's kind of like, I don't know if that refers to where they put the stone in Orleans, or if that's referring to the Iceland part. And from there, I don't know. They
Right,
don't
we
really
haven't
go
gotten
through-
that part.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, it ends there. Those are like the last.
But if I could guess, the next 3 lines are just basically about Eden and how Eden is just underwater. That's the maid's slumbers. And I guess in theory it would be once they
Helena?
reach Eden. No, once they reach Eden, there's probably like a temple or something that they have to figure out how to open so they can
They probably
actually
have
get
to like.
to the
It's
actual
like a
Eden.
puzzle, and she'll like dance
When it
do her
says-
dance.
When it says the maid slumbers, does it refer to Fena, or do you think that refers to
Eden.
the island that's gonna come
island.
up?
The island itself.
It might be.
The island.
It may be Helena. Maybe Helena.
She's been sleeping
Mm.
underwater this whole time.
And in the second line, it also refers a maiden as well.
Oh, I can't spell. Yeah, but I'm almost certain the third line is about the island being underwater. The second line is definitely like they're going to a temple and they got to do some kind of puzzle ritual
Ritual.
thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one is Behold, Eden, the land of gods.
Who do you think Shrine Maiden is referring to?
I'm pretty sure that's
It's
Fena.
Fena? What if it's
Or unless there is some actual guardian there.
What if it's Karin? Because she mentioned,
Karin?
yeah, in the other episode with the stone, she was like, oh, her family sees like ghosts and stuff. So maybe she has like that power or something. I don't know. It's
Oh
a
yeah,
guess.
she did say that.
Yeah. So maybe that
Shoot,
would be her.
they wouldn't have that for nothing.
This is far fetched, but what if it's also Cody?
He's a Shrine Maiden.
Cody's gotta do
It could be.
something
It could
But
be.
yeah. Okay, so when Moon was talking about you know how the pigeons were carrying the letters and all that? About the communication between Abel and the Sonata Yukihisa?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, what if it's like Cody, the one sending those things? They're not actually communicating between themselves, but Cody's the one relaying information to each side. I don't know. Just got to thinking like that.
Because yeah, he knows a lot, right? And he
Yeah.
seems said like everything's in place, so he's been doing something this whole time or watching. So it's like, what has he been doing, like exactly, to know that everything's like set up for her to choose? Leading into what you just said, on top of that, I went back to the episode for a second because remember, when they're singing the lyrics, right, they show you like each part of the paragraph. So like Illvsive, like everything you basically said was like lines up with like the flashbacks that they showed. How the heck would they have predicted that, all of that, to put that in a song?
That's
Like
why
how would
the
they know that April would be looking
awkward
for?
rushed part is weird. Like we wouldn't have been able to really see it coming as a viewer, I think.
No.
Thrown in there.
When I was looking for the lyrics, I was reading, someone was typing kind of like a review of the episode, and that was one of the things they mentioned, is that it kind of stinks that some of it is like was not like possible for the reader to solve,
Yeah.
or the viewer, I mean, that like information. So because like that's what we liked to do, right, is like
Yeah.
theorize and stuff, but we had like no context to really like reach some of that like pieces of the conclusion. But maybe because the show is so short, had it been 24 episodes,
I feel like, yeah, they would have spaced it out and put more clues for us to.
Yeah.
Now that it's like 3 more episodes, do you have any theories of what could be on the island besides Helena?
I just think like rich things. Because I said, okay, so rich things, I don't know how to explain it. But
Treasure, you mean?
yeah, like
Relic.
treasure. Because like, you know, like how I said, like how we were suspecting last, their relative could possibly be, or most likely is, Joan of Arc's imposter over Joan of Arc herself. And it lines up a lot like the tombstone when the stone was commissioned. So the reason why there was a imposter was so like they can collect gifts from suitors. So I was thinking that the stuff that is hidden on the island could be like valuables and stuff that they probably had to hide for their own good, for the world's own good for some reason, or something like that.
Like it would lead to more war or something, like if they weren't hidden.
It makes sense with the valuables in a way, because when they were capturing Fena, didn't they say something about like it'll help them lead to Eldorado, which is supposed to be a land of riches?
Yes.
So it might make sense why like valuables will be there on top of what you just said.
And like the last line of the song, more than golden, the land of God, is probably more than just those valuables there, but like also like magic shit. I don't know. That's how Helena's gonna come back, where Fena has to choose.
Because that's what I was thinking. I guess I don't understand. What is the full prophecy? Like, why did Helena have to have a baby with the king? Like, for what? Did they tell us in the episode? Did it go over my head, or do we not know what the actual like prophecy is?
I don't think they
We
said.
don't know it.
We need to know that.
I know.
Right, but I mean, what I think is like if Fena is the reincarnation of Joan of Arc, like she's just gonna try to like finish what she started. You know, which is like overthrow all of the monarchies. But I don't even know that's true. She's a princess. Like, why does she need to be a princess for that?
Because there's not like a whole lot of like politics in the movie, the show, right?
Yeah.
So it's like,
I
if
feel like
it's
we're focusing too much on Joan of Arc.
But
instead
they said, I mean, it's hard not to. She's
Yeah.
so important historically for
But
them to just
we're
kind of
in
like
a
throw her in there.
history.
Yeah.
No,
it's
I
like
know, but for
alternate.
them to just throw it in.
Yeah.
yeah. No, I agree. It's like, because it's like there's so many similarities. You're like, how does it all tie in together? But it would be like really random at the same time, because it's like Fena doesn't have any interest in being like a queen, really, right?
She just
And
wants
then,
to
like,
travel.
yeah, she just wants to live her life, but now she's gotta make this choice.
And like, who's really the bad guy? I don't know. I feel like
I
it's not clear.
I'm sus of the Sonata clan, but not Shitaje. He's a good boy. Not any of our pirate goblin knight.
But yeah, I'm still sus with them too, but not like the main gang, I guess you could say.
If Yukimaru, oh my god.
Nah,
Oh
he's
my
good.
God.
He's good for
He
sure.
better be good after that proposal.
Proposal. How can we forget?
They're
I
basically married,
know.
okay?
Yeah, that's all. That's the best marriage for what we're gonna get out of him.
Oh, and I guess I was just thinking, I mean, we touched this earlier, but you know how we said, like, what was the point of her getting kidnapped by Abel, right? And I mean, without that, Yukimaru wouldn't have proposed. Like, he wouldn't have, shown his feelings, because that happened after he almost died.
Now or never.
Yeah, but now he's playing dumb again because she was like trying to talk about it. He's like, "You'll have to be more specific," and I was like, "Come on!"
I know.
I was like, "Don't do this, guys."
He's like, hey, you got that part. Like, if you want to talk about it, be direct about
Yeah.
it.
He's like, I want you to be the one to bring it up, not me.
Also, Pear, I don't think they were ever supposed to take Fena back. Abel was supposed to get Fena and keep her, and the Goblin Knights were never supposed to go after her. But because of Yukimaru's feelings, right, and then Shitan's and their loyalty to Yukimaru and Fena, they went against the orders. So that's why I think it was Aang or maybe it was Illvsive that were like, that was the first time you see Abel have like such like emotion or like shock on his face because the only people that he was like technically working with went against the plan if he is working with them.
Because Shitan snitched.
Right.
Shitan radiates hot girl energy. That's my 2 cents.
Ooh.
Ooh.
JUNNA of Shitan.
Is he a snitch?
Good boy.
Thank you,
Go!
Thank you,
He's good boy.
I love him. He's a mood, but he also a snitch. And he like high key scared of his brother, in which case I'm looking at him like, bro, get your priorities straight.
I still think
You
he's gonna be
almost
happy
left
with
your
someone.
homie.
This whole time, like, Yukimaru has, like, surpassed him, right? And he's, like, been considered, like, a reject all of his life and stuff. Of course, he's gonna be, like, eager to, like, follow instructions and, like, report back this and that, like, eager to please because he's done nothing but, like, in his mind, like, be a disappointment, like, to the clan and his family and his brother. So it would be harder for him to, like, want to turn on them. When he's probably...
I understand that, but he low-key turned on Yukimaru a little bit too quickly, considering the fact that he looked at him in such a freaking pedestal and tried... Listen, I love Shitan. I love him. Light of my life. But the fact that... Okay, first of all, I don't believe in that witch thing that's going on about how you're, like, entranced by the witch. No, it just means you like another human being. Don't try to hide behind it. Like, I don't remember the freaking British dude's name, but, like, homie, it's called obsession. That's what we like to call it. It's not a curse. It's not no bewitchment. Homie, you're just obsessed. Freaking Shitan's trying to hide behind his actions of him just basically saying, I'm too scared to step up to my clan, even knowing their logic is wrong. So I'm gonna just use the witch's curse as an excuse. Y'all don't really want to help her. Y'all don't care about her. It's just the curse. No, just because that's their friend.
Or naive.
No, I'm sad too. Like, Shitan, I really liked him. Like, in another universe, he would have been more Roja's, like...
What? He
sister,
still
you know?
is! Come on!
I don't know.
He
I don't know.
is.
I can't, like, he's hot and all, but I can see right through.
No, he's good.
You guys are wrong.
Low key, but it's like I still love him because he is still a good character. I understand his points and I think he's valid, but I'm also just like, bro, tighten your pants up because clearly no matter what you do, it ain't gonna change the fact that people look at your brother on a fucking pedestal. I'm sorry to say.
Because he has more balls.
No, it's because Puppy doesn't know what it's like to be great.
Huh?
You
That's
dang
all.
right, I'm the youngest and the only female. I got no rights in here. What you mean?
Exactly.
This might be like obvious and maybe it flew over my head when Yukimaru went to rescue Fena, right? He was shocked when he saw Abel. I think he started to say like he remembered something. But I was like, when would he have crossed paths with him prior to that? You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't on the ship that night, I don't think. He just sent the pirates to raid the Hope Franz SUS ship.
I think he was on it.
You think he was on it that night?
Yeah.
Didn't Fena have a flashback where she did see him, like when he turned around?
I think it was Yukimaru who
He did?
had the flashback of
No, I'm talking
Abel.
about when I don't remember when the other ship was attacking them and she was outside, like she was on the ground and she had a flashback and it was specifically of them in the blue uniform. Oh no, I think that was the captain. I actually don't remember.
Yeah, those were just the British soldiers.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Yukimaru had the flashback of Abel on
That night,
Yeah,
on the ship.
that night.
So then was he like? Did he just go with the pirates to rate it then? Because like in the beginning of episode 1, right? They show female elusive like smiling. Like that's the very first like scene. So
Female elusive.
What's
The
her
hottie.
name? What's her
Grace.
name?
Oh, the
Are you sure it's
Latino
Grace?
queen.
Grace
What is it?
O'Malley.
Yeah, Grace.
don't-
Grace. She's the first like scene that you see is her smiling. So I know she was the one that like led the raid probably. So was he just accompanying them and he like wasn't working with the Navy yet?
But it confuses me because if she was there that night,
He
how
was
does
both of
she
them.
not know Fena when they captured her?
They didn't capture her, remember? They didn't see her.
Ah.
Yukimaru sent her off. And that's when she got the
Yeah.
the other necklace too, I think. I'm guessing like Franz might have had it and she swiped
They're
it
bringing in politics to this. I'm about to just sit this one out.
off.
Really not.
No, there's not that much involved. I was just wondering about that. So maybe, yeah, he was just there that night and then missed her. Because, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Because he says specifically, I've been searching for you for 10 long years. So he must have known she was like sent off the ship that night because that was it. It fast forwards exactly 10 years later, like to her being in the castle and stuff. So
I was thinking right ahead for the next episode. Do you think Kay is actually going to play a part in all this?
yes.
Like, do you think Kay and Abel are going to show up to Eden somehow?
I think so.
Who's Kay
Yeah.
again?
Shitan's
Shitan's
brother.
older brother.
For
Yeah.
sure, Abel. I
His
wonder how
brother
Shitan would
sus
be
as
able
heck.
to find
Shitan's
the
brother.
The
I-
old
place.
man.
He sent them the coordinates already as soon as they found them. He sent
Oh, I
it
see,
to
I see.
them.
So
That's
yeah,
why he
they're,
said he was coming.
yeah, they're probably gonna like
Mm.
tail them or like meet up all at the same time. I still think the female pirates are alive, so I think
Yeah,
they'll be there
they're probably
too.
waiting.
They're all just gonna like meet up at the island.
They went to the reverse coordinates, the
That-
other reverse, the
True.
original way instead of the wrong,
True.
the other way,
The wrong way.
the reverse way. That's actually the right way.
She gets there and there's a sign, wrong place.
Yeah,
Bunch of rocks.
because when I was rewatching the series too, like episode 1 through 8, I noticed they put a little bit of emphasis on. Remember the leader of the Sonata clan? He asked Kay. He's like, "Do you think Yukimaru's skills have like grown enough to surpass you?" And he said, "I can't honestly like answer that question. We would have to like spar to like find out." He said something like along those lines. So I'm like, ooh, like foreshadowing a battle, potentially
Yeah,
like a
that's what
PvP.
I wanted to bring up for like the next episode and that stuff.
Mhm.
Because they brought in Kay as a mate. I guess another character that could be a rival. They gotta show him off at some point, right? So the
Right.
island would probably be like the best thing. Most likely it'll be like they get to the island, the Goblin Knights, they do their thing, they find whatever, and when they're leaving is when they encounter everyone. And then it's like the moral decisions Berna has to make, and the ones like Shitan has to make, stuff like that. I feel like that's how it'll most likely go or end.
You think like next episode that's all gonna go down though, or like that's like
No,
final
that's
episode?
like final, at least
Final
the second to last.
destination.
Everyone, I think, I agree. At least probably next episode is 10.
It's gotta
That'll-
be Eden and discovering Eden's.
Like doing all
treasure.
the puzzles.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The last
So
two
episode
steps.
11 is guaranteed, like a battle or something.
It's just gonna be like I feel like a lot of like quick pace like information in general, right? Because there's still a ton of questions about like so what we'll find out like what Eden is, like what shape or form like that she's there, how she like technically returned or whatever, and then how everyone's gonna meet up there. I just wonder how the other pirates would find the coordinates if
Well, they
me
had
too.
the original coordinates.
but they have to reverse them. You think they're gonna figure that out?
Well, there's only like 4 ways coordinates they would have to look for.
But that'd be
You
a
think-
lot of traveling on their canoe.
And then
If they're still on the
Yeah, they don't have a ship anymore.
they're
Yeah.
pirates. They can steal anything.
Steal anything.
True, they are pirates.
The only other thing that is like showing up a lot, Christian references during the anime. Like a lot of them show up. I wonder if that has like anything to do later on.
I think Eden itself, maybe.
Or yeah, well yeah, that too. Like the Garden of Eden. and all that. The Sonata clan found out about Eden through a traveling Japanese man who became Christian.
I feel like I'm missing so
Yeah.
much information because I don't remember this. I just think it's gonna be a happy ending.
It better be.
Well,
I think so.
I think it'll be a happy ending, but like there'll still be questions left unanswered.
We just started this anime and it feels like went by like zoom.
I know.
did it.
Because there's so much
It's
stuff that
crazy
happened in
fast.
every episode, and I feel like they had to just put in as much info as they can by the end.
I think if there's really a sword there that like a legendary sword like the Sonata clan thinks that there is, Yukimaru is gonna use it to okay, potentially. I think that'd be
Could be.
cool.
There's a lot of like world treasures in there. That's what it's rumored to have anyway.
But they're looking for the sword specifically, right? What do they want to do with the sword? If they get it, they want to like overthrow
Well,
the king or what?
No, but it's just a mystical relic that
Oh.
belongs to
I
him.
mean, but they did say like whoever has it will rule the world.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the sword of the creator. So it's
Sword in the stone.
just a godly weapon. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys think that the island is their final destination, or do you think they're gonna get there and it's gonna send them somewhere else?
Oh gosh.
Oh, I think the island's it.
Yeah.
Most likely. That's
Yeah.
like the whole point of the show.
Because all the way underwater. That'd be like extreme. If it was like just another like set of hints or stepping stones to get to another place. Being
Actually,
underwater is pretty intense.
It could lead for like a potential to another place, but not really anything solid yet.
Remember when we said that Eden's could possibly be a person as well?
That's a big person. Giant.
Yeah.
What if that's Cody? Dun, dun,
Oh my
dun.
god, Cody's just his face just popped up. Hey guys, welcome.
Cody is Eden.
Cody is eating.
Cody's gonna show up to the island. Please hold all questions for the end of the tour. The merchandise shop will be to your left.
I liked what Alan was talking about. It's kind of like refreshing to watch these like episode by episode though, and like have time to theorize and guess all this like in between versus just watching it
Having
all
it
at
all to
once.
binge,
Yeah, because I would have like flew through this and not like
Really
I
thought
would've
about
not-
it much after other than like
Yeah.
the ending, right?
Mm-hmm.
It just adds
Just-
to the experience.
Hopefully, like some of our things are right, or that they're like solvable, and it's not like more like things that we wouldn't have been able to like come to conclusion for, because that would kind of suck. But I think there will be some set like we're leading up to it that we could pick up on and guess accurately. So
Does anyone
we
else
shall.
have theories on like how it will end?
I
Fena and Yukimaru gets married.
Yeah.
Basically married, they already proposed.
In your dreams.
No, it has to be reality.
No, if they do, then we have to share more.
Illvsive would have something to say about that.
I don't quite understand. Please repeat.
I think Illvsive would get in the middle of that, prevent that from happening.
If he's anyone's man, he's my man.
Hey.
man.
Who are you trying to call out?
I ain't calling out anyone. I'm just saying my property is my property.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Kind of sounding obsessive. Kind of like someone we know in this show.
Is he under a spell?
Wow.
Ooh, under a
La, la, la.
Pirates.
I don't know why. I feel like I'm so sorry. I feel like Yukimaru's gonna get like gravely injured again at the island.
No.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
Most
Either
likely.
him or
And
like
then
Or
so
Shitan.
many
Maybe
parties going
Shitan's
up
turn.
to that one island, and like so many people are against him right now from the opposing parties.
Or one of the twins. It's their
No,
turn.
nope.
It's their turn.
Oh yeah.
I
Because
need you to stop right there.
I would like to see like progress between the twin and the
Mary,
other.
the pirate.
Yeah. That
She's
would
not
be.
dead.
Wow, 2 weddings. Oh my gosh.
Double wedding.
If Yukimaru does end up almost getting like really injured, do you think it's possible that Shitan could might stop that from happening and get injured himself too?
I see that
What if
happening.
it-
He'd be like,
what if
oh,
it's
like-
I'm not gonna let
Yeah.
this happen again. My turn.
Like
Yeah.
Shitan standing in front of the sword, his brother is real.
Oh my
Exactly.
god.
Wait.
Exactly.
No.
Are you saying, like,
I
Jay's
I'm
like,
gonna
I
die?
would love that to happen.
No. I wouldn't. What do you mean? No. What the?
Finale? Tomorrow?
No.
I feel like if
That-
anyone
Shitan
would
is
die,
Shitan.
it would be K. I feel like if anyone would die, it would be K.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I was thinking
That's
that too. because
It's not gonna be him who'll kill him. It's gonna be Shitan.
Shitan.
That's why I was
I see that
thinking
happening.
about the moral conflict between the clan or the Goblin Knights and the witch. For him, it's like his personal problem. That's how Yukimaru will get injured, and then it's like Shitan's gotta kill him, otherwise Yukimaru's gonna die. I feel like that's how it could play out.
I see that
Shitan's
happening.
gonna regain his own honor.
What if it ends up as Abel not being able to accept Helena's death,
Abel's
and then he kills
unable.
himself? Yeah.
Oh,
That could be.
I feel like, yeah, I kind of get vibes that he could. That's why I keep saying I think something bad is gonna happen to him. 'Cause he's gonna be upset
Because
that
he's
he
already
won't.
like depressed. If Helena like does show up and he's like, yeah, I can't come with you or something, you know, he'll be like, you're leaving me again. He'll turn cranky.
yeah.
and
He's like, let me
Yeah.
bring me with you.
Yeah, and then you know it's like kicks the bucket.
And then the little boy takes control of the
Oh
ship.
wait. Oh, or it could be Grace, the hottie, shows up and kills him.
Kills Abel. Yeah.
Kills Abel.
I was thinking that
Betrayal.
too.
That way there's like all parties involved.
Here's the thing though, like that would make me feel like bad though, because yes, he's like obsessive, so he's not great, but at the same time, like he never really did anything bad, right? Like he's not truly a villain. Like the love of this girl that he was like in love with was like ripped away from him and like left him without any answers. And he hasn't really actually
Done harm.
hurt anyone besides the female pilot.
Well,
But
in a
he,
way.
you know,
It
like
was self-defense.
right. And he stood up for in the early episodes when he showed up to where Fena originally was.
Oh yeah, he stood up
Uh,
for Angie.
Yeah. So he's like he's not a bad guy.
No.
Really. He's just
Depending,
heartbroken.
I mean,
depending on how much of a role
Kidnapping.
he played in Yukimaru's flashback also.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Because if he was like in charge of like at least partial of what happened that day,
I can see it being that way.
but it all depends on like as we get information more on whose intentions are what.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the reason, you know, Franz could have died would have just been like jealousy overtook him at the moment. It's like you took Helena away from me, and now she's dead, and he gets all crazy.
But I feel like that's also not really a good reason to kill someone.
Listen,
Yeah.
love makes you do anything. That's why you should
Well.
never fall in love.
Yeah, well.
Wow. Please tell us.
Yeah,
What?
tell us more. You seem experienced.
No. Sad.
Welcome to Sad Boy Podcast.
Why are you making us sound so happy?
Wah, wah, wah.
Supposed to be welcome.
Mhm. But I feel so bad for Abel because he just wanted love because he was so lonely. Like as you could see, he was eating by himself at the table, and then yeah, and like
I'm
fainting by
wondering-
himself. And then he was saying how Helena gave him like company and stuff like that. But like, I think he was more upset that she left him.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? She was like, you left me. I don't care if you have a kid or want to have a kid with my father. You left me. You know?
That's what makes me question if he really did love her or he just
He
loved
liked
the
the
fact
company
that
all day.
he could like the company. Yeah.
I think he loved her, maybe.
Yeah, you know, a guy could easily fall in love with anyone. You know, just those 3 minutes with her, he was already like, damn, I want to marry you.
Oh, she was beautiful. She's
Yeah.
so pretty. And Fena is like the spitting
Image.
Image of her.
Yeah.
Yeah, even like down to the haircut.
Oh yeah, because that was messed up. I guess just to like prep her right for like what was coming. So it looked like she got like a little time with like Fena because the one flashback where she was holding her as a baby, her hair was still long. Whatever she did with her, like in between.
I want to see Abel's relationship with his father though. Like because he keeps saying he doesn't have a family, but I'm like, your dad is your family. You're like, you know, when somebody says, oh, I don't have any families, but you live in this huge mansion, someone's paying your rent.
With that, I think it's also like, you know, like having money and stuff like
Right.
that doesn't give you love. So he's like the
I
typical rich
know.
boy, you know?
Sad.
Doesn't have love, but has money.
Oh, baby.
I'm like thinking back at all the like this like kind of like romancy like vibes that we get from like Abel and Fena, and then like when he calls her Helena, but I'm like, bro, you know how she's like related to you. Like, what are you thinking, sir? Unless like, you know, he really does intend to use her body to like reincarnate her mom, but you know, what's your plan? And he didn't tell her. You know, that was the weirdest thing to me is that
He didn't tell her that they're siblings. Oh my
yeah. Because he's like, do you have any idea who you are? And then I'm like, why wouldn't you tell her? Like, why are you
That's
stalling?
weird.
It is really weird.
Because it'll be like, I fell in love with your mom, but then your mom had an affair with my dad, and then you were born. But I still love your mom. That's weird. That's weird to hear.
Yeah.
That is really weird.
I think
it's
it
his
was
stepmama.
Yeah.
His stepmommy.
Oh no.
Thing. I think it was just for the sake of the show to like have it revealed not in a odd way, I guess. In such an odd way, since they kind of just mentioned
Yeah.
it during that time. To have us keep guessing. Yeah. Oh my god.
I think that would have also shocked Fena to
Most
hear.
likely.
Yeah.
Been unable to do anything.
I think she needs to know the truth from like another point of view first.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe when they get to Eden, like all the memories
And
from
that
Helena
permission.
will come in. Be like, oh my god, I'm your sister. And you like my mom? You know?
No, wait, you could be right. Karen might see it.
Is it romantic then, or is it creepy? Because it's like he loved her so much that he was willing to look past the fact that she was carrying his father's
It
child.
depends. Did he say I love you, or did he just accept it?
Dang. The
He's
hard
just
questions.
said that he just wanted her by his side all the time. But that could be a proposal too. I don't know. Oh my god.
I think he's truly in love with her, right? Because like he's accepting like if you can't be my girlfriend or whatever, I just want you to be near me. It's so sweet.
Right. That is really sweet. It's a really simple like request, right? So that's why I'm like, he's not like that bad. You were saying earlier, like he's just lonely.
That's what we thought about, Franz, right? Earlier we were like, he's Fena's dad. He's probably a good guy, and now we're seeing,
I don't think I mean, aside from the beginning, like once I got into the show, I didn't think that he was ever her father. But I didn't think he was bad. I guess he's not really technically bad, but I don't like him now.
Yeah, I don't think he's bad because there's a reason why Fena must have followed his orders or like listened to him, right?
And I feel like
to Eden.
Fena seems like a good girl, She's not like I think she was
Yeah,
raised
he looks like well, yeah.
well. And like even in that little like small flashback of her dancing in front of friends, like
Yeah.
I think he was a good guy, but it's like how does he know all this information? And I just feel bad for Helena. Like she clearly didn't want to do it, right? But like I think it was like, oh, she has to type thing.
Just want to know what the prophecy is.
That will reveal a lot. Hopefully they give it to us like next episode and like not at the very end.
That'll be the next episode.
The very end.
Any
Okay, so all
guesses,
this
though?
happened and the end. Yay! This is why.
Any guesses on what the prophecy is in itself? For me, it's hard because it's like we don't know, other than like with the Sonata clan, like we don't know what anyone wants.
Yeah.
Well, we know that Abel wants it for Helena. The Sonata clan wants it for treasures and swords. No one else is really looking for it besides those two parts. And I mean the Houtman for the treasures. So why do the line of witches care about the prophecy? Just because it's like in their just religion or practice to do so? Or who's benefiting from the prophecy? Why does it have to come true?
But it's like also why was it created in the first place? The origins of it, which I still think originated from the imposter. So I think, no.
If there's like mystical weapons on that island or mystical treasures just in general, I feel like anyone who would find them could rule the world. So maybe the king was like, that was his original plan.
Fena's the only one that can touch him.
Well, Helena was able to touch him, so.
Touch the king?
No. I'm talking about the weapon.
Bro, dude.
Bro.
I was like,
I was like, that's a whole new theory.
I know.
See, I didn't
Maybe
I
it's
was
just
thinking-
like to get there.
unlock it, yeah.
How many more episodes are left?
3.
Oh my god. Like I feel like we don't know much.
We know a lot, but at the same time, not a
We
lot.
don't know any.
Bro, Alan
We're literally-
always shows up at the end.
I know, we're literally gonna
every
end.
time.
But well, we can wrap it up with him maybe. Like we
Wait.
can ask him questions like last time.
Ask him questions, but he's not gonna answer. He's just to say,
Yeah, he just,
Yeah, it's like,
he's like,
mm-hmm.
But it can be like, what
Hmm.
questions do we have for the next?
You want to hear our
episode
questions
kind of
though?
thing.
What questions do we have?
Who done it?
My thing is, he always misses like our initial hype, like fresh off the episode. He always comes like when we've gotten out of our system. We're like all satisfied. We're like, yeah, that was a good talk. Like we got our theories down. Let's wait for the next episode so we can add more. And then Alan's like, hey guys, what's up? Like, how was Fena? And I'm like, bro, we're just talking about it. You
Hello
missed.
there.
He's on his way. Let him climb the stairs.
He's climbing the stairs. On
Alright,
all
go.
fours,
Meanwhile,
running.
we can come up with our questions because I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't have
either.
any questions right now.
Okay, let's prepare, guys.
maybe we-
What questions we got?
Oh,
I can't wait to tell him that I still don't trust Shitan.
And I'm gonna tell him that I very much trust him, and I think he's a good boy.
I think
Me
he's gonna
too,
pull
Mo.
through. I think he's
Thank
gonna pull
you,
through
Lucy.
towards the end.
Thank you, Abe.
Anyone that hot is trustable.
Wow. Are you
I
sure
mean, you
about
can't
that?
argue with that logic.
I am most certain.
So you would trust Scarlet Pirate?
Yes, I would.
That's himself. Of course, he would trust himself.
I
I'd
mean,
also not trust myself.
when you think about it, Scarlet Pirate was very loyal
Very sexy, yeah.
until he turned on her. So
Oh my god.
no, at least that's not what I said. I said loyal.
But that's what you meant, right?
No, that's not what I was
But
saying.
you can't deny it.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Exactly.
saying.
That's all I wanted to hear.
Wait, about the necklaces.
Oh, the
They have
necklace.
nothing to do.
Yeah.
It hasn't come into play for so long that I'm just like, if that plays some big, maybe it's a key, a bare minimum, but I don't think so. I think it was just maybe
I think it
daughter.
was just
Oh.
to show that maybe
Wait,
Abel
did-
knew her mom.
Did Abel keep them both?
Just this-
I don't know about now.
I
Actually.
don't know. Is she
I think
wearing it?
if it does, they could be keys in a way.
I think
Hmm.
it is.
It's
Yeah.
back.
We'll just, see, look, he's already starting with that. Minecraft villager.
Hi, Alan. Welcome.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. How are you? Fine, thank you. Anyways, what's up? Wait, what's the question?
Tell us everything right now.
Right now, spoil the whole
Spoil it.
show.
No.
I'm joking. I
That
know
was
you're not.
the credits.
Roll the credit.
What would you like to know? What can I?
Who would like to summarize in general what we've got, what we've like concluded to, or ask the questions? I guess I don't have questions.
Oh, the
Uh,
lyrics.
What about the
Sing it,
lyrics?
Berna.
I think that the maiden in the third line. What was the line again?
The maid slumber
Second. Oh wait.
in the
third.
far waves. Something like that.
Oh, we think the maiden is the island that is waking up from its slumber because it arises from the waters.
And then we
According
think
to the
there's a
preview.
temple on the island. And it's probably some like puzzle thing.
There he
or
goes again.
ritual. They got
So for that first question, you'll have to watch till the end to find out.
On the next episode of Fena.
We kind of thought that the first three lines are all together and they're not like.
I actually
they're all
don't know the
correlate
song
with the island.
the first.
Fena song.
Fena song.
Sorry.
It's
I
actually called
mistyped
Vice
one
Versa.
word.
More than
Okay.
golden land of God. Atop the lattice stage, dancer Jean.
It's a shrine. I made a
Heart
mistake.
across the waves, the maid slumbers. What came before southern snows, the hour of cold flames, waters of the darkest blue, white storm clouds. They call your name.
Oh man, you should have sang
There
this
it
for
is.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you sing
La
it?
la
did-
la la. I could probably ask Brittany to sing it. I'm just. Or you know what? Never mind. I just won't bring anyone here. Never mind. Or
Wait, why
I'd
never
rather hear
mind?
your voice.
Why never mind?
I don't know. You guys. I mean, like the first time, people were hella shy with me, but like I can only imagine if it's someone else. Like
I don't know who it is.
bring it in, being like,
No
all right, so
comment.
the class has questions for you, and just.
It's because when someone shows up, we're like, brain stops working. What were we talking about again?
So yes, vice versa goes backwards, right? So were you talking about the first three, as in the first three parts of like the parts of the song, or
Yeah.
the first three parts of the actual meaning?
Just the first three lines.
Sorry, what's the question about the first three lines? They're all tied together.
Yes.
It's like they're all the final destination. Like we all think that it has to do with the island.
No comment.
He says,
No comment.
And we think that what did we think the maiden in the second line should
Shy
represent
Maiden.
again?
I think that might be Karen.
Or Fena.
Wait, which one did you think was?
Can't answer that question, but he can answer the other question. Do you
so
want
it's
to
more
hear
of a-
like theories? Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Give me your theories. Yeah.
Yeah. See, that would be better, Berna. Instead of asking him questions, he can't answer.
Yeah.
The whole time, just say their
But I'm just, but
lyrics.
I mean, regardless of which one you want, I'm just gonna go. And that's,
Totally fine.
Let me,
so,
let me,
so
let me
unless it's
share
like
mine.
unless it's like
Go
blatantly
ahead,
wrong,
Pear.
like I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Not conquering Italy.
So I think Fena is the reincarnation of Joan of Arc, and she's gonna lead the resistance against the monarchy.
Do the
That's my response.
That's it.
Is I'm not saying anything. I'm not
It
saying
just
anything.
sounds. It just sounds.
Harry, you could be hitting the nail right on the head, and she could just be throwing you off. You never know.
I know that's true, Alan. Do I need to take you out to breakfast?
Where?
What are we doing?
I don't know what's happening.
You want me to spoil it for you?
No. I'm just kidding.
Then why are we talking about? I mean, I'll have breakfast with you. Like,
Oh yes.
I mean, like you guys aren't like I've noticed that when you guys do this, like you're not too far off from the truth every time.
Ooh.
I can hear the cops.
Right, but like the way that it unravels, that I can't.
Right.
That I want you to like experience.
Hmm.
It's not about whether you're right or wrong. It's about how it might be right or wrong. Be it parts of it or be it the entire thing. I was thinking maybe I could answer things that like you want clarification about, but clearly y'all are curious about.
Oh, I have
like,
one.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
You will confirm that Abel.
I will.
Abel is Fena's
I
brother.
will confirm one thing. I mean, kinda, yeah.
What?
Half brother.
Oh wait, no, that
Kinda.
makes sense.
Like we know at this point it's like half, right? At the very least, it's half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We don't know like if it's a bastard. We also don't know if it's like an adoptee sort of situation or like that.
I think they actually are siblings, but like I would be lying if I said like what if she was still like Abel's daughter actually, and she just like let everyone believe that it was the king's, but I don't think so because it seems like she wants to follow the prophecy. The prophecy said it has to be king.
I can let you know right now that like it is they are Fena and Abel are related. Like,
Are you
that's
saying-
already been revealed, right? Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just don't want it to be true.
Well, I'm wondering. I mean, you kind of made me doubt some things. So, Abel keeps saying that he can't be king, and he's the king's son, and like, so how come that's not possible? Like, we haven't seen any other siblings.
Oh, well, okay. So the reason why that is because it's like the current monarchy, right? Like even though there is like Prince Harry, he'll probably never be king, right? It's like that because currently like the queen is alive, and then there's the next person in succession of that. There's so many people in succession of that like you might not get to become king in your lifetime.
If he's the son, isn't he like the first like in line?
Not always.
All times.
Not because not everyone gets to be the king, right? So like he might have been, and I'm just saying this as a viewer now. He might
Careful.
he might not be considered a legitimate son. He might be out of wedlock.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Because kings,
Concubines.
yeah, or whatever.
Oh, interesting. That's probably why he's lonely, because he doesn't live in the house. He
Yes,
lives like in another place.
In the castle, yes.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
he's still the prince, but like because he's out of the main couple.
Right, but like basically, like it is, he is not the prince of the king and
The crown prince. Yeah.
right. It's not exactly. It's not the crown prince. It is not the son of both the king and the queen.
Man, this king really thirsty.
Well, I mean, when you're a king,
You can be thirsty.
You need.
I
to
mean,
have backups.
I mean,
Your
I would say
backups.
What if you're
you
legitimate?
backups, basically. I mean, that's
Yeah,
not
your first
entirely
child
wrong either.
ends up like sick or he dies, and you don't
Right.
have time to make another one.
But I mean, we already established that he wouldn't be king anyway because he's
Yeah.
not part of that line.
He kills everyone else.
So he could be if everyone else died.
Oh, okay.
The reason why they're saying he's never going to become king is because there's already like a legitimate son that like he has like a brother that he probably
The first
doesn't
in
even-
line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Or,
Hmm.
yeah.
So I'm wondering why they decided to take Fena away. You know.
What do you mean?
The scandal with Helena was that she left with the the king's child, right? Like, she went with another man.
She went with France and
Yeah.
the
Well,
butler.
So yes, and so that goes back to the idea of Joan of Arc, right?
Yeah,
Is
she's the
that-
chosen one.
Well, no, it's Joan of Arc in the myth, like in the legend, right? Is like met by like an angel of God and is told like you're going to like lead the people. And the way and when she was caught and accused and put to trial and that sort of stuff, they accused her of being a witch. So the way she died was the way you would kill a witch, which is at the stake. And that's all I'm gonna say. It probably had to do with the idea of Franz, but to get rid of her, they probably tried her as a witch, and just stack the odds against her and the court against her, so they could just get rid of her. But yeah, but here's the thing: is that like it doesn't matter ultimately what we know because you know just enough to move the story along, and that's the more important part.
That's what I'm saying. We're focusing on Joan of Arc.
Because I know at this point, like, right, we know that Abel is going to the island for Helena. The Sonata clan, like Kay, wants to go to the island for the legendary sword. Anyone related to the Hauptmann family wants to go for the foretold treasures. Fena wants to go with the Goblin Knights to just figure out the answers to everything. And I think most of us have agreed that like more like littler points, I guess, is that like we think there's going to be a showdown between like Yukimaru and Kay. We're trying to speculate who might get hurt. Like Shitan, Yukimaru, like really badly, because Shitan's like been conflicted this whole time, right, between this Sonata clan, his loyalty to them, and then to the Goblin Knights. And that I keep saying that I think Abel is going to get badly hurt, because me and Anger saying that Helena told him, you can possibly see me again if your fates cross with the child, but it wasn't really fate that made them cross paths. He kind of forced it by looking for her. So we think that when he goes to Eden, something bad may happen to him, or that he might do something bad to himself if he realizes he can't see Helena because he's so obsessed with her.
Or the female pirates will come back somehow.
Yeah.
And eat him.
And eat him out of anger.
No,
Not just anger, but like female anger. You know, she's pissed. She's angry.
A scorned woman.
Yeah.
You're close, but you're not entirely correct.
Uh-oh.
I will say, like, again, and just to plug in, just keep watching.
Oh, we were
right? Just keep watching.
Everyone at home, please watch. He stayed on the boat. He made food.
Yeah, he
and
stayed on the boat this entire time. That's basically what happened.
And you dropped
No, like, and he brings words of wisdom and all that sort of stuff. He's the oldest, which is weird. I can't believe he's older than Mako. That's weird.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I thought Tsubaki was gonna do? I thought he was gonna rescue them after the cave exploded and they got stuck in there.
I wish.
I thought so. He was just like,
I
what?
thought so too.
Yeah.
I mean, he technically did. He technically did save them, right?
By waiting at the boat. He's like, okay, when are they gonna come?
Like, hey, I showed up with the boat.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they would have been
at the boat battle too.
True, that's true.
All right, we have 3 more episodes.
Yeah.
See, don't you love watching anime week to week?
Yeah.
In a way.
I used to
But
not
it's
do
interesting.
that. I guess it was because like I didn't really have anyone to talk to other than Berna. It gets boring. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Joy is an
I'm offended.
We like talking.
Way to throw Berna under the
But,
bus there.
I know.
I feel like you guys watching Fena is also my fault. Like,
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's a good
Thank
thing.
you.
Oh my god. Yeah, I really like the show.
At least it's
well, I
like
mean,
more
like,
So
eyes
happy.
At
oh
least it's
yeah,
more
that
eyes
makes me
on
happy
the
then.
show.
All right, never mind then. That's just my own insecurity of. I'm sorry, I dragged you.
No, this show gave us so much joy.
so
Like we're
good.
literally always so excited, and we're like, oh my god, I want to watch the next
that's not a-
episode.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
do
started a podcast. Like what?
Yeah,
Right.
and
Oh,
because I guess
Fena.
because of you as well, like a lot of people on the YouTube channel also started watching too.
Yeah,
Like,
actually.
they're full.
Yeah,
That's what we're trying to do.
And the
Is
YashaHime reaction, I was like, guys, you know, there's this show I've been watching.
Oh, and I feel I want more shows like this. I want more shows where it's just like it just takes you on a journey and you're just learning thoughts every week because that's so fun. And even if it doesn't end out like to living up to its full potential, like it was still a fun journey, and that's I think what counts most. Like I feel like people will look back on this series very fondly when they're thinking, oh man, you know, like when we were watching Toonami back in the day or whatever, like 5-10 years from now, being like, yeah, I remember when Fena was on. Oh man, that was the shit.
Yeah.
Remember Tsubaki? He was so good.
Yeah. Us food,
No,
so
they're just
good.
gonna think about the horny twins. They're gonna think about the horny twins on Maine and like
My horny twins.
yeah, and then you know, Fena Yukimaru like shipping.
And Grape Head.
Oh yeah, and Brule. So, anyways, does anyone have any other questions or things I can clarify?
Shitan is good boy.
Oh geez.
You confirm or deny.
I found out Brule is voiced by our director Michael Sinter Nicholas. And I didn't realize, but Michael also voices Franz. So
Oh wow.
Oh.
Go to Eden.
It's kind of thinking about it. It's kind of weird that he would still want her to go to Eden, even though he was
dead.
You know, yeah. So it's like he believes in like the prophecy. Well, obviously, because he's the one telling Helena. I don't know where I was going with that, but like whatever it is, he must like really, really believe in it, right? Because he's like dedicated, just as dedicated as Helena was.
I wonder if he's truly dead. He might not be.
you'll
True.
find out in 3 weeks.
Alan. we know. 3 weeks.
But yeah, if he was telling Fena to go, even if he knew that he could possibly die there, it's like his motives are probably not for his own self, but for like
Right.
the prophecy.
Greater purpose.
Oh yeah, it's definitely greater.
And because you were talking about like the politics side of it, right? Like maybe this is all to like lead up to like one possibility is like to lead up to overthrowing the king, this or that, which is like it kind of made sense, but at the same time we were like, there's so little politics in this show.
I know.
Is that what the prophecy is really about? It's hard to say because we don't know the prophecy. They keep hiding it from us.
We'll learn in 3 weeks. Sometime
In 3 weeks. Hopefully next week. I would like to know the prophecy before the last episode. I'm more happy with the fact that you're just listening to like where we're going and like just
enjoying your thoughts.
Isn't it
Yeah,
fun though?
enjoying
Because
our
like you like know the story, right? So it's like, oh, these people, they're smart, or they're kind of far from the target.
Oh,
I
can't
big brain.
And this Gang is so smart.
Crack the code. Oh no.
I just got back. I should probably take a shower or something like that, and then I'll try and see you guys next week for episode 10.
Okay.
Same time.
Same
Thanks for joining and listening to us.
Thank you for blessing us with your voice.
Yeah.
Is there anything you would like to plug?
Oh yeah, you can plug
for the podcast.
Check out Kuroko's basketball season 3.
Yeah.
Kuroko's basketball.
It's an amazing sports anime.
Why?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, is this thing in load?
Okay, I think we should end the podcast.
Yes,
I know.
yeah.
I was like,
Bye,
when is a good time to like
everybody.
end? I don't
I thought
know.
you stopped already.
No, because I don't know like if there's anything spicy gonna happen.
Do you need
Okay.
to film the
Goodbye,
outro?
Yeah.
everybody.
Thanks guys for watching and
Actually
listening.
leaving crazy.
See you next week.
Say
La,
bye,
la, la.
everyone.
La,
La
La
la.
la.
We'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.